Hey everyone, Eric here. In this video, we're checking out the difference in sound between high and low output pickups. So if that sounds cool, stick around because we're getting right into it. So before we get into it, I want to send a huge thank you to the sponsor of this video, which is DistroKid. DistroKid is the easiest way to put your music online on all of the streaming services. And DistroKid asked me to tell you about a new feature they have called Splits. And that is designed to easily allow you to compensate your collaborators, because in today's climate, collaboration in music production is everything. Whether it's, from your computer to a friend's computer, down the street, across the country, wherever, collaboration is everything. And DistroKid's feature Splits allows you to add unlimited collaborators to a track, let you divide up splits differently. It's all private, and you can assign different collaborators to different tracks with different splits. And of course, as always, DistroKid doesn't take any cut. You and your collaborators get 100% of the revenue from your work. So if you have music that you want to put out into the world on all of the streaming services, be sure to check out DistroKid. I've got a link in the description below, and if you use that link, you actually get a little bit of a discount on your first year subscription, and that helps me out a lot. So thank you so much, DistroKid, for sponsoring this video. So in this video, we're comparing the differences in sound of high output pickups and low output pickups. Now, just to start off, this is not going to be like a scientific one-to-one comparison, because I don't have the same pickup, the same construction, different windings to make that direct like one-to-one comparison. But we're just going to go over the generalities, the general traits when going from something like a low output pickup to a high output pickup. So let's go ahead and go over the signal chain that we're going to use with the different guitars. So first, the high output pickup guitar, one of them we're going to be using is my Squier Classic Vibe Jazzmaster. These pickups right here are really hot. So this is going to be the high output pickup version of a single coil we're going to use. The low output version is going to be this, which is my Parts Jazzmaster build. And it has Brandonwell noiseless Jazzmaster pickups. These are lower output pickups, and they're akin to more traditional like 60s Jazzmaster pickups more than the hotter modern pickups in the Squier. So we're also gonna have high output and low output humbuckers. This is my Calling SoCo. We're gonna use this as the low output humbucker in the bridge here. This is a Lawler Imperial, which is a low wind humbucker. For the high output pickup, we're gonna use this. This is my Gibson SG Standard. It's got the stock Gibson 490 or 498. I'm not exactly sure, but it is a higher output pickup. The neck here is a lower output pickup, so we're actually only gonna compare the bridge humbuckers, not the neck humbuckers, because I can't do that kind of direct comparison. We're going to run all of these guitars into this, which is my Rocket Retro RR100. It's a super lead replica, and we're gonna use different settings. We're gonna do clean, we're gonna do kind of distorted, and then we're gonna do really distorted. So let's go ahead, jump into the clean setup. On this setup, we're using the Rocket Retro with the volumes at like 9 o'clock, so it's pretty clean. And what I wanna do is just play you these clips, and then we'll come back and discuss the differences. that clip, you heard the Jazzmaster high and low output pickups back to back. Now, in general, all things the same, which is not what this comparison is, but like in general, when you take a low output pickup and transition it to a high output pickup, what we're doing is we're increasing the volume, we're increasing the wraps, the winds around that pickup, and it's increasing the output, but it's also doing something tonally to the pickup. So the way that I like to think about it is like, let's say you have like an even frequency for the low output pickup. So let's say the low output pickup has an even frequency. As you start to wind it more and wrap it more, we're actually rolling off some of the high end and low end. So the way that I like to think about it is the frequencies are generally like balanced at low output stages. And then when you raise, you hit a threshold where it starts to only amplify the mid-range a little bit. So you start to roll off some of that high end and low end, and you're left with a really like a dark, mid-rangey focused sound in higher output pickups. Now that is just in general. Of course, there are differences in all the constructions of different pickups. So I'm just talking in very general terms about high output pickups versus low output pickups. So in this next clip, I want to turn the amp up a little bit. So we're getting a little bit of breakup in the amp. Let's go ahead and hear how the high output pickups and low output pickups sound different. So again, talking about the tonal differences in general from low output pickups to high output pickups, the low output pickups generally sound a little bit more open, a little bit more balanced in their frequency response, a little bit more bright and articulate in most cases. And then higher output pickups have a little bit more kick to them. They're gonna drive your amp harder, of course, and they're just gonna be a tiny bit darker in general, of course. They're gonna be a tiny bit darker. They're gonna push your pedals and your amp into more saturation. So if you really want, if you don't want to use pedals and you want a really distorted sound, high output pickups might be the way to go for you. But if you want like a really crystal clear, clean tone, that's difficult to say, crystal clear, clean tone, you might want to lean towards, a lower output pickup. And actually in the SG, what I found that works really good for me, what I found that I like is having a high output pickup in the bridge and then a low output pickup in the neck. And that gives me like a nice wide range of, I can get it really distorted if I want. And then I can also flip to the neck pickup and get a nice crystal clean tone. That's just for me. And I would love to know in the comments below, do you favor like high output pickups or low output pickups? Just let us know in the comments below. What are your favorite pickups even? This right here is a Brandon Well 1959. It's a lower output pickup. It's like a PAF style clone. And again, this is the stock pickup from Gibson. It's a higher output. And it's really dark, it's really loud, and it's really focused in the mid-range. So let's go ahead and plug the Jazzmasters in and hear how they sound on a higher gain setting. I think we turned the volume up to about 8 on this clip. enjoyed this look at high output pickups versus low output pickups, again, let me know in the comments below what your favorite pickups are to put in your guitars if you don't like keeping the stock ones or if you prefer a specific set. Let us know that in the comments below. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Check out all the other gear demos and instructional videos I have here. If you want to follow me on a daily basis and interact with me a little bit more, you can always hit me up over on Instagram at Eric Merrow. And before I get out of here, I want to send a huge thank you to these folks right over here who are my executive producers for my Patreon page. My Patreon fam, y'all are the best. I cannot thank you enough. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe, and I will see you in the next video.